Yeah, this is about when I was in elementary school and would say the Pledge of Allegiance, and to a little boy how I would mishear words and what that's all about. And incidentally, it's called the Pledge. Every morning in elementary school, the class would stand, raise our left hands and place our right over our hearts and recite the Pledge of Allegiance together.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, liberty and justice for all.
And the part where it says one nation under God, indivisible, I always thought it was invisible, and that seemed really cool because it was like superpowers or something. One nation under God, invisible. I want bed sheets with George Washington and Thomas Jefferson's faces stitched across them so my forefathers might hold me when I'm tired. One nation under God, invisible. I want my coffin to be painted red, white, and blue so in death I may finally be cradled in freedom. One nation under God, invisible. I want the secrets of this country to stop being secrets and to start being the mistakes we've learned from. One nation under God, indivisible. I want my country to be what it once was, to me and a generation of first graders who misheard a word, mistaking it for a nation that could leap over buildings in a single bound. A nation that possessed a green ring that manifested the imagination into reality. A nation who was a simple guy who went out into the night to stop crooks using only his gut, his mind, and his heart. One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I used to hear that every morning. Every morning we had liberty and we had justice to give to all. For the 1,680 school days of my childhood, I pledged my allegiance during the best years of my life, placing my shaking hand over my quaking heart, hoping it didn't beat its way out of my chest in the excitement I felt thinking about recess and chocolate milk on Fridays and no homework on the weekends and being a finger on a hand of fingers on a hand of an arm of hands and with the arms of a body of people that had liberty and justice to give out to every person whose hearts were beating just as rapidly as the children standing up in Miss Brown's 4th grade classroom. In an innocence of kickball and cooties, I pledged my allegiance, and I still pledge my allegiance to an innocence of kickball and cooties, foursquare and pigtails and garbage pail kids, and knowing that where I lived was just that. One nation under God, invisible in its lines and fences instead of one nation invisible in its presence. I know that nation is the fire extinguisher on the other side of the glass case, wishing that it was an axe as well to break itself out. I know this country is at heart, beating inside the chest of an excited little boy, trying to be patient and learn about the world, but he's too afraid to lift his palm and let his blood sing, because he's afraid that being alive means dying, because he's afraid to let the red pulsating muscle that is no bigger than his fist but so much more lead him through life. When I read the line "The Witch in the Wardrobe" for the first time, my mind burned and I was alive. When I saw E.T. for the first time, my mind burned and I was alive. When I danced to Baloo singing the bare necessities on vinyl record, my mind burned and I was alive. When I was 6 years old, I had all the answers to all the questions I wasn't asking and no need for the ones to the ones I was. When my mind burned and I was alive, I made many pledges to a flap of dyed fabric that hung limply at the front of the classroom, holding forgotten colonies and faded stars, and I just want a breeze to blow through an open window and lift it on up so it can start making good on those promises. Thank you.